Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. I'd like to begin by thanking all of you who are with me, all of you who are viewing. So glad that I have this opportunity. And I thank God for putting me here. It's a way to keep my soul cleansed. It's a way for me to keep my vibration high. It's a good way for me to share with you. So thank you, God. Let me begin by reading. I'm on Matthew 26, the plot against Jesus. When Jesus had finished saying all these things, he said to his disciples, "As you know, the Passover is in 2 days away, and the Son of Man will be handed over to be crucified." Then the chief priests and the elders of the people assembled in the palace of the high priest, whose name was Caiaphas, and they plotted to arrest Jesus in some sly way and kill him. "But not during the feast," they said, "or there may be a riot among the people." Jesus anointed at Bethany. While Jesus was in Bethany, in the home of a man known as Simon the leper, a woman came to him with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume, which she poured on his head, and he was reclining at the table. When the disciples saw this, they were indignant. "Why this waste?" they asked. "This perfume could have been sold at a high price and the money given to the poor." Aware of this, Jesus said to them, "Why are you bothering this woman? She has done a beautiful thing to me. The poor you will always have with you, but you will not always have me. When she poured this perfume on my body, she did it to prepare me for burial. I tell you the truth, wherever this gospel is preached throughout the world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her." So I'm going to just move to another page because I believe that I read that recently. And I will go to Luke 11:33, the lamp of the body. "No one lights a lamp and puts it in a place where it will be hidden or under a bowl. Instead, he puts it on its stand so that those who come in may see the light. Your eye is the lamp of your body. When your eyes are good, your whole body also is full of light. But when they are bad, your body also is full of darkness. See to it then that the light within you is not darkness. Therefore, if your whole body is full of light, and no part of it is dark, it will be completely lighted, as when the light of the lamp shines on you." And that's Luke 11:33 through Luke 11:36. So shine your light. Just keep shining your light. Don't let anybody dim your light. Oh, I'm sorry. We usually go with your soul purpose. And this one is the broker, Jade. Your affirmations. I see situations with a broader perspective using my business acumen. I easily analyze information to use for the highest good of all concerned. I am honest and ethical. Now we have Native Spirit. And the card we have to read about today is the Thunder Drum. Stand up and be counted. Be assertive. Don't be shy about sharing your gifts and letting the world know about your value. Declare with authority, "This is who I am and this is what I stand for." Make a stand for others less fortunate. Take risks. Walk in rhythm to the beat of your own drum. This is not a time to step back or step aside. Your native spirit wants you to know, throughout the world, indigenous people have called spirit through drumming. Drumming was used to activate one's fighting spirit before battle, as well as for joyous celebrations and sacred ceremonies. It was also used for healing rituals. In every case, the drum beat was used to open spiritual realms. A thunder drum calls the thunder beings from the sky, and they arrive with passion and incredible vitality. Drawing this card means that it's time to step into your passion. Make a stand in life for what truly matters to you. The journey, a powerful way to activate your life force, is to drum on your chest lightly with closed fist. It's especially powerful if you do a two-beat, similar to the sound of a beating heart, which is the most primordial sound for humans. This rhythm is grounding and activates your strength. So be it known, I am of the Philippine descent. However, they are indigenous, and I'm the third generation here. Well, if you count my great-grandparents who brought my grandparents here, my great-grandparents stepped ground here, and so that would be my great-grandparents, my grandparents, my mom, and then me. So that's 4 generations if I'm counting it in a correct manner, as far as how many generations. You know, they ask you how many generations have you been out of the Philippines or into the U.S. So it's something my brothers did and my cousins did, and they really had a lot of fun doing that growing up. So now we're on to the Akashic Tarot, and I have some pre-pulled cards that I haven't looked at yet. So let me give you the first one. We have the Two of Keys, the treasure. This one speaks about having someone broken and taken from this room. A man looks dejectedly at a smashed treasure chest in a room that obviously has been robbed and plundered. Behind him, a stream of light shines from below the lid of an unbroken chest that rests on a small table, the only piece of furniture in the room that hasn't been touched. This card represents a great loss or disappointment in your life right now. Could be the loss of a job, a relationship, or even an opportunity. But remember that this phase is temporary. It might take some time and effort to rally your forces to recover, but there is a great treasure within you that is always available. This chest represents that part of you that is filled with light. It isn't vulnerable and it can never be lost or damaged. When you focus on what's wrong or what's lacking, it perpetuates your sense of emptiness and victimization. So do not let yourself get lost in your loss. Open the lid to your light and let it illuminate your way. There are other opportunities and greater wealth waiting for you to discover. Close your eyes and feel the treasure inside you. There is a golden light that flows through your whole body and into the air around you. This is your boundless and abundant light, and it acts as a beacon to the world. Okay, the next card is the Six of Keys, the increscent moon. Let's see if I can light this other candle real quick. I'm not sure if it'll stay lit. Reason being, as part of the wick fell off. But I just want to light the front of the cards. Let's see if that'll help. I'm not sure. You'd be able to tell me if we were actually communicating. Anyways, the fire's on, the little one, but how about if we switch them? Okay, that seems to be better. Okay. Okay, 6 of keys. A man works diligently sculpting a bust in his workroom. Behind him is a large window that overlooks the rolling hills of a harbor city. The moon in the sky points left, growing to full. It is called the increscent moon. The waxing moon on the card shows an exciting time of increase, abundance, and growth. Your efforts have combined with external circumstances, and even the stars have aligned. If things have been financially tight for you recently, relax. There is great opportunity for increase and fulfillment in every way, financially, creatively, and even in your reputation and prestige. So just do your work and get ready to receive. Close your eyes and tap into the increscent moon's power. Feel the flow of energy, receptivity, and opportunity swell within you. Know that you can bring this force to whatever you wish to increase. How would you like to direct this energy now? Okay. So next we have the Akashic Library, number 2, Major Arcana, inside a great library, candles cast a glow upon the books in the tall shelves. A sage sits thoughtfully with an open book on his table and a quill pen in hand. Sometimes this card can indicate writing or publishing a book for you, but this card also symbolizes a new initiation, an ability to manifest a new life in every way. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records, into a higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required, but you now have a better understanding of your old motives and new purpose. It is also a time of heightened intuition as well as greater self-creation. During this phase, all you have to do is add a little conscious effort to write your new records in the Akasha. To get started today, write one simple declaration about the future you wish to create and repeat it to yourself often. Then decide one thing you can do to make it happen and do it. Anything can happen now. The breadth of the landscape before you rests solely on the scope of your imagination and your will to own it. Next we have the Queen of Forces. And this card speaks about, well, you see the moon and the sun and the water that flows at her feet. This card shows a woman balancing the energies of a sun in one hand and the moon in the other, with a river flowing beneath her feet. The Queen of Forces represents a woman who can help to bring greater balance to your life. She brings an unusual combination of power and peace, creativity and receptivity in both her energy and her support. Sometimes this card can represent a person in your life, either you or another, coming into a phase of great power and an ability to sustain it with wonderful results. There is a gift of grace and serene understanding when this card is upright. It also brings new roles and opportunities, careers in many of the sciences, global communication, nature, and energy may now be available to you. The Queen of Forces could also indicate the appearance of a possible love interest or an associate in business or in a creative project who has powerful influence and connections for you and or for another. It may be someone you know or somebody new, but when this card appears, there is a tender yet powerful support. During this time, choose to support yourself as well. You hold the forces of the sun, creativity, and the moon, receptivity, and only you yourself can direct the energy of your eternal life. Feel the Queen of Forces approach. She offers all sorts of support and energy. Who is she in your life? Take a deep breath and tap the inner part of you that rules the forces of the world. Next card we have the Three of Keys, the chess game. So this card talks about there's two sides. There's players, but most of the players are in it for their own gain. And you have to decipher who's who. A game is in play upon this chessboard. Some of the pieces are sidelined while the bronze queen lies on her side on the playing field. The people represented by these chess pieces are not usually those you meet for enjoyable pastimes. This is a card of political and social conflict. You may be in store for difficult interactions in group settings such as board of directors, corporate hierarchies, management disruptions, or conflicted family situations. Those sides seem to be clearly divided. Many of the people involved are really out for themselves. Deceit is present, and you may not be at all certain about everyone's motives or strategies. It's time for you to take an emotional or even an actual step back. The more you get involved and the stronger you hold your position, the more heated the situation may become. No matter how challenging, try to maintain an inner peace. Do not participate in any battles or allegiances, but do not let yourself be deceived either. Look at everyone coolly and unemotionally. The people around you are serving their own agendas. Try to detach, be objective, and treat everyone involved from a deeper source of wisdom without being misled. There may come a time for you to leave or distance yourself from this situation, but because of circumstances, it may not be here yet. For now, let yourself be a knowing observer and watch. Close your eyes and feel yourself upon a chessboard. Really put yourself there and take a look around you. See who the other players are and how you feel about them. What do you want your next move to be? Next, we have the Three of Forces, the bird's nest. And this speaks about getting your home ready, making it stable, and possibly making room for more additions. And let's see, making sure that everything's coming together in your home. Discarding things you don't need, tidying up. A strong, sturdy nest cradles a new family of birds as the babies are fed. This card represents the force of creativity and expansion. When you receive this card upright, it is a signal to focus on starting new things or expanding perhaps your business, your network of friends, or indeed your family. There may be some effort involved. The nest has to be built, and you will need to be open to the additions coming your way. Children may be forthcoming. You may be renovating your home, or perhaps you will be hiring new employees or opening up a new business or business locations. Whatever it is, it will be well worth the effort, for the expansion you make will bring you great joy. Spiritual expansions may be in store as well. It's never too late to widen your network of spirit family, friends, and guides. The rewards of that kind of expansion are limitless. Now close your eyes and see yourself feathering your nest. What sort of things need to be put in place in order to support the expansion that lies before you? So I just want to take a break and talk about cleansing your energies, clearing your energy. We have some sage here, and right now I kind of feel like there's negative energies around. So we take this and we kind of smudge our area, and we put it around our bodies and around our head, around our area of prayer, and then we can continue forward. Okay. So spiritual attacks are, I'm not going to say on the rise, because I think I've gone through some pretty heavy spiritual attacks, and I have the ability to sense when people are really angry at me and they want me to stop talking. They want me to quit what I'm doing. They want me to give up. They want me to retreat into a little dark spot, like under a rock, and never come out. Okay, so I'm not going to let that happen. I've actually tried to elevate myself. As I said before, I do the readings to enhance my strength, to my spiritual strength, to keep me in the loop per se with what divine has for me as a message to you. And you know, we're trying to get the collective to find their paths, and we're trying to get more people to speak up about God, speak up about love, speak up about self-respect, and honoring who you are and where we come from, right? We can't forget our ancestors. When our loved ones, our family members die, we can't just sit around and talk about what they used to do in a negative way. We can't downgrade them. You know, they're already 6 foot under, right? Why would we want to downgrade where we come from? But people do that, and you know, you could have a parent that's still alive. I unfortunately don't, but you could have a parent that's still alive and talk smack about them, and talk about how they mistreated you, or how they did this and how they didn't do enough of that. You know, while they're alive, you need to show them love, and if you've shown them love, and it's like they turn their back to you, then you do have to, you know, raise yourself up and just walk away and be okay with that as well. I unfortunately, I mean, not unfortunately, it's unfortunate that I don't have my parents here. I lost my mother when I was really young, and my father died when he was 62. So the longevity in my family bloodline right now is not too great. However, I do have my 2 oldest siblings who have outlived my parents, and I outlived my mother, and this year I will be outliving my father, if God's grace is going to allow me to be here when I turn 62. So we just have to stay strong, and the people who love us back when we love them, then we just keep loving them. If you don't have that, you just have to just pour that love back into yourself. So sorry I interrupted the reading. I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, so the next card we have is the Eight of Roses, Sangha Community. So let me get that section open in the book and read it to you. So cleansing your mind, body, and soul. Every time you reach out to the divine, to our Heavenly Father, to the Creator, to Source, to Spirit, He's going to recognize you more. He already knows who you are. He already knows your whole story. However, sometimes we just call upon Him when we're having problems. And, well, at least you're calling upon Him, right? But we always have to just be present in His Spirit to keep our spirit stronger, right? Okay. So, Eight of Roses. Inside a room, people are seated around a table conversing with interest and energy. There are many icons from different groups and societies. A caduceus, a flower, a Tibetan bell, an Egyptian scarab, and a dream catcher, and a Star of David are just a few. This card indicates that it's time to join or rejoin your group, your ashram, your tribe, or your sangha. Whatever you call it, it is a community that connects you with others of like-minded purpose and activity. There are many communities in each person's life, and still more that return from past lives. For instance, you have your family, friends, and work associates, but you also have the people with whom you share many creative, cultural, and spiritual purposes. New friends can also be coming your way at this time. Be open to these new connections. You will not only find help with current directives, but you may also reawaken past life relationships, talents, and disciplines. It's time for a happy sharing of your discoveries. Close your eyes and start to feel a new community come around you. People gather and you sense the support of kindred souls. Take a look around you and notice what you sense about the individuals there. Who are they and what purpose do you hold with them? So purposeful people are good to be around. Say that 3 times real fast. Let's see. Next we have the One of Scrolls, On Track. This card speaks about a guy who has looked at the map, he's made his decision, he's in front of the train, he's getting ready to step up. And it refers to the other possible stops that he could make versus the one he chose, but he's clearly made his decision. So that's good to be not indecisive, but it's also good to really think about like the reasons why you would choose that place where you're going. Why would you, what are the benefits of going there versus the other places? And what are the reasoning that you chose that place versus others? And it's, what do you call it? Something eliminations. Oh, the process of eliminations, yeah. Okay, a man at a train station looks over his shoulder at the signs that point to other tracks. But he has already looked at his map and made his decision. He lifts his foot to step onto the train. Though travel or a move can be indicated by this card, the meaning is often about your choices and directions. You may have been ambivalent about taking a certain track in your life with regard to a project, a friendship, a career, directive, or even a location. But now it's time to decide. Even if you're not quite as assured as you'd like to be, the engine is smoking, there is a direction that compels you. So get on board. You will not falter. So this card indicates to take into consideration the neighboring cards. So the card before was the Eight of Roses, the community, right? Finding your community. You also have your family, friends, your work associates, but the community that shares your like-mindedness, your creativity, other people can appreciate, and they can share their creativity with you, and it just meshes real well. Okay, take a deep breath and say, I'm back on track. Feel the clarity of the declarations and let that energy fill you. As the state of readiness moves through you, sense just one simple action that will realign you with your purpose. Next we have 16 Major Arcana, Caught in the Ruins. 16 Major Arcana. In the ruins of a medieval castle, there is an old prison. The bars are still intact, but there is no roof over the room, and vines grow over the stones. A man and woman are inside, seated on old stools. A beautiful green forest grows to the left, while the castle ruins extend to the right. This card shows a dark or difficult situation that seems to have you trapped. It could be a hurtful, empty relationship, an unhappy or stultifying job, a behavioral or actual addiction, or even a negative, sabotaging belief system. It has held you captive for some time and may have even begun in some past life, but there is a way out. As there always has been, it just takes some effort and determination on your part. Even in these limiting situations and actions are strong, they are self-imposed. The courage and strength required to change lie within you. You must change each faulty belief and every sabotaging choice as they happen. If you do nothing, you'll perpetuate your attachment to this dark situation. Like the crumbling castle, negative choices could stand for a long time to come. Do not let the ruins of your past ruin your future. You have the power to climb out now. And if I just might make a note, sometimes people are happy where they're at, and you may not be, and they'll say or do anything to keep you from moving on, to keep you from doing better than they're doing. I always feel for me that I'm always so happy when I see people move to a better place in their life. You know, now the people that are able to do that and forget where they come from, you know, I tend to stay away from those, but those who don't change when they move up, like they change up, but they're still they still have humility, they still have they're still humble, they're still kind, and those are the people I really appreciate. So think of the one thing in your life that holds you back and sabotages your success and joy. It may feel like a dark prison, but you already have the key. Fill yourself up with love and self-honoring and see yourself taking your next step to freedom. Next we have the Two of Forces, the willow. See how strong that willow is? Strong and beautiful, thriving. Two of Forces. A big, beautiful willow tree stands in the summer sun. This stately tree is strong and flexible, and this card upright is telling you that you are too. The willow spreads its roots deep and wide, creating a strong foundation that is capable of standing up to anything. Now is the time for you to stand tall and feel the support of the earth beneath your feet. This card indicates a time of calm, so enjoy the peaceful energy now. It also signifies a time of power, perfect for reinforcing your foundation in your work, in your family, in your spirit, and in the depth of your belief in yourself. Just like the willow, you have the peaceful strength drawn from the waters of your soul and extending through all eternity. Stand confidently in your truth. Take the actions that support the growth of all things wonderful in your life, and know that you are powerful. Take a deep breath and feel yourself plant energetic roots through the bottom of your feet, moving down to the very depths of the earth and tapping the resources you need. Notice the strength you feel rising up from this profound source of energy. Okay. Next card we have is 21, Major Arcana, Uriel and the Sphinx. 21. The Archangel Uriel stands before the Phoenix under a full moon. The Sphinx is usually shown with the body of a lion, indicating strength, and the head of a king, showing authority and intelligence. But more than this, the Sphinx represents the enigmatic and inscrutable, the silent holder of truth and the ancient mysteries of the world. Here the Archangel Uriel connects and confers with this great source of mystery. This card shows that it's time for you to do the most important and possibly the most difficult work in your life, the digging and inner discovery that takes you to your deepest self and your deepest power. Even the great Sphinx had to be dug out many times from the blowing desert sands that buried it up to its neck, and you must dig diligently too. You may have to chip away at the rock-like substance of your old beliefs and histories so that you can get to the truth inside. But do not worry, you have begun already, and you've made considerable inroads. There's also someone here to help you. Uriel, excuse me. Okay, Uriel, whose name means fire of God. You can work directly in your meditations with this archangel for self-understanding, transformation, and guidance. Also be on the lookout for someone in your daily life whom Uriel has sent. This could be a teacher, a mentor, or even a new friend who shares a kinship with you about this inner quest. It is a relationship of great value that comes in a time of profound power. Do not diminish the importance of the space. It is this work that leads you to your initiation into your higher power. Sense the Archangel Uriel approach you and send his energy into you. Take a deep breath and feel yourself fill with the desire to carve out a new life for yourself. Let this force and purpose swell within you. With them, you can blast away the old and create that new life in every moment. Oops. Boy, I'm being noisy tonight. It's evening time right now. I'm doing this video. Okay. One of Roses. Commitment. Well, you know, that's a big word, right? A commitment to yourself should be, I will be true to myself. Roses are scattered around a contract on a brightly lit desk. When this card appears upright, it means that a valuable union is at hand. A romantic commitment may be coming your way, or perhaps a love from your past lives is returning to you. A business commitment may be forthcoming, such as the offer of a promotion or a new job, or the opportunity to form a partnership or create a new business venture. This card could also indicate the signing of other types of papers, including the sale or purchase of a house or the beginning of a new investment. Either way, this card is filled with light, and it indicates that good results are in the offing. As with many cards, part of the meaning refers to you. It is a reminder to be conscious of your commitment to yourself. If you want others to put you first or to help bring happiness to your life, then you must commit to do the same. Your self-honoring choices will set the groundwork for all of your partnerships to thrive. Now close your eyes and with a deep breath, bring in the word commitment. Feel its energy fill you with dedication and purpose. You are ready to make a priority of every commitment, large or small, in your life, especially to yourself. So for me, my mother, she passed away when I was 12, almost 12, and so she didn't get to talk to me about like the birds and the bees and just life in general. She bared 11 kids, and I was number 9, and 2 of them passed away after me. So unfortunately, my mother was, her body was beaten up, and her spirit was broken at some point, and she hung on as long as she thought was necessary, and then she just must have prayed to God that he took her, and he took her. So, I never had someone tell me that I come first. I never had someone tell me, about self-honor, about, all those good things. I did have my grandmother, but I left the area, like where my grandmother lived when I was 12. So I had the Bible studies that she had me do with her that I really enjoyed, and that's my basis for having like a God-loving or God-fearing spirit. So I was blessed to have that. So if you are in your 20s or 30s and you have young ones at home, not necessarily unless you felt like it's totally up to you regarding tarot readings and so forth. I think it might be a little bit too much for them to understand, but the baby steps, right? You can tell them about God and God's instructions of how he wants you to feel whole and never let anybody abuse you, and always be fair, and always pray to have God watch over you. And if you share all those good things with your children, then when they grow up, they might stray away for a little bit because they got to live life maybe, or they might stick to it, I have one sister, she stuck to it her whole life, and she was blessed to be raised by my grandmother. Although it was hard for her because they were her caretakers, and then when she was old enough, she became their caretakers. So the two-sided coin was she couldn't live life. I mean, she never went to a dance. She never went out on a date until she was much older. Like, I think she met her husband when she was like 17 or 18 or 19, and he was the only one. She met him They fell in love, they got married, they had 4 kids, and but she didn't get to experience a lot of the teenage years. Or younger than that, she couldn't go outside and play really with other kids. Okay, moving forward, the winged messengers. A white dove carries a message in his beak and flies high above a table laid out for tea. One of the teacups has fallen over, and there are broken pieces of china on the table. Below the dove, a hawk flies into the scene with a message in its beak. This card indicates a small conflict in your home or family. It could involve you or another, or others in your extended family. There could be money issues about the home, an inheritance, or personal finances. The dove brings a message from your spirit, a call to see this little drama through your higher mind and compassionate heart. You may feel compelled to be the peacemaker or the provider in this situation. Let yourself do as your spirit guides you. The hawk, a predator, shows that there are times when you might have a tendency to be pulled into the fray yourself. With the hawk entering from the right, it certainly indicates that more challenges may be coming your way. Happily, your spirit is high above those challenges, so you can see them clearly and deal with them effectively. With a deep breath, bring your focus within you and feel the brilliant, pure white energy of your higher self. As you fill with a sense of this radiant being, invite a message from your spirit about any personal concern that lies before you. At this time, whether you get a word, a feeling, or an image, let yourself receive the message immediately. Okay, next we have $13. The Buddha prepares. This speaks of the main Buddha. Not sure if he's just called Buddha, but he has all of his students sitting behind him, kind of spread out, and they're all doing their meditation work. And nobody moves until he moves. So although he has his back turned towards his students, it's like he has eyes behind his head, and that they don't dare get out of sorts, and they have to do their meditation until told different. So it's a matter of training yourself to be disciplined if you want to be on a path. Okay, so reading out of the book, the Buddha sits meditating. The hills in the background are dotted with other people meditating and patiently waiting for him to speak, but he won't move a muscle until he is ready. This card shows a time of inner preparation before action. Before you can reach outside yourself, you must reach within to find your power, your purpose, and your direction. This period of time may feel a little like waiting, and it appears so in your exterior life because some points of actions seem to be at a standstill. Really, though, you're just taking the time that you require to prepare and to truly step into your power. Do not be in a hurry. The time to act is coming, and when it's here, your strength will be absolute. Now close your eyes and reach to the Buddha within. Feel the peace and easy understanding that there is a time to every purpose under heaven. Feel your own sense of purpose stirring softly within you. Soon you will be ready to serve. So, my 11-year-old dog is asleep, and he snores. So if you hear that, I hope you're okay with it. Okay, I have to take a sip of my water. So the four squirrels speaks about being in a ditch. And it speaks about learning lessons. And it speaks about what you take away once you get out of the trench. And I think it talks about, like, from time to time you'll go there and how to get out. Okay, four squirrels. In a field meant to be planted, a man, dirty from his efforts, stands knee-deep inside a long trench. The seeds wait to be planted, yet he continues to dig deeper and deeper. There are other rows plowed and ready for planting, but they are ignored. This card reveals a difficult pattern in your life, a pattern of self-defeating feelings, thoughts, and actions that you've brought forward from previous incarnations. You returned to this life with the intention of breaking this karmic pattern, but you got pulled into the old thoughts and behaviors. You've been digging yourself deeper into a karmic trench that gets harder and harder to escape. This pattern is not unknown to you. You recognize it in your relationships, in your jobs, and certainly in your beliefs, behaviors, and responses. It's time to take charge of your karma by altering the inner ideas, feelings, and patterns that cause you to make sabotaging choices. Every time you notice yourself making an old choice that digs you deeper into your karmic trench, you can change your mind and your actions. This will require your conscious efforts every step of the way. Without such work, you could go lifetimes burying yourself in the same feelings, but with your commitment to making changes every day, you can dig yourself out. Take a moment to remember an old negative pattern that you know all too well, one that has kept you stuck. Close your eyes and breathe in the presence and power of your higher self. You become stronger. You are filled with the will to step out of the mud. And you do, now and every time you fall into this pattern again. Okay, so it's basically saying bad patterns, bad habits, bad decisions. You gotta just look at the situation before you put yourself there in the trench. And, well, I read it to you. So you can decipher it really any way you'd like. Okay, Five of Forces, summer, winter. This seasonal cycle card reveals how best to spend your energy at this time. The beautiful sunlit sky of summer overlooks farmers working hard on their growing crops. Summer is a yang time of great activity, so this is your notice to get going. Action is an important part of this cycle, and it can take many forms. There may be something you can do to accelerate your professional life. This may also be the perfect time to take steps toward your personal goals. Perhaps get more exercise, plan more social events, or start a fun activity you've been wanting to do. You might also reflect on what actions or perspective would attract a new romance or enhance your love life. This card tells you to consider what needs to be done, then go for it. This cycle is a perfect time to create a smiling, self-loving energy and project it outward for the world to see. Also, don't be surprised if a trip is coming your way. This card implies movement of some kind, so get ready. Close your eyes and with a deep breath, fill yourself with the calm and receptive energy of yin. Sense what situation in your life requires a peaceful yielding now. Then take another deep breath, exhale the yin, and then inhale the yang. Feel creative and powerful yang energy fill you. Where do you want to apply speed and action most in your life right now? So recently I was talking to my daughter on the phone, and I was telling her that like I intentionally try to smile when I'm out, and she was explaining that she was like me. When the sun gets in my eyes, I sort of frown, and people think that I'm mad, or what do they call that? Like a frowning bitch face or something like that. I forget what it is, but and it makes you like unapproachable. But that's just really a facade, and usually I do try to smile when I go out, and I told her I smile because it makes me feel good that I smile, and it just, like, it's a forced smile for a while, but then it just becomes second nature, and then it just makes you feel a little bit better, like better than if you weren't smiling, if you can understand that. So moving forward, we're going to talk about 20 major arcana, and that is will, wisdom, and mind. A gold crown of power and authority rests above a Celtic trinity knot. On the other side of the Celtic knot are the alchemical symbols for fire and water. Below is the ancient three-legged symbol of the coat of arms from the Isle of Man. This card brings with it a time of enormous power, balance, and expression. The first three rays, or the energies of the divine, move within you equally. Power and will, love and wisdom, and intellect or mind. You are working intimately, even if you're not conscious of it, with the ascended masters who are linked to these energies. With the participation of the masters, you can raise your focus to a higher power and purpose. You can combine the fire of creativity with the water of receptivity in order to make your contribution to the world. With the gold crown raised high, you're likely to find yourself in a significant position of authority and influence at this time. It is likely to be a phase of great activity, but you can handle it. With these powers in play, you're able to discipline yourself to bring together the meditation, creativity, rest, and action required. Take advantage of this time and use these powers well. They are nothing less than the divine forces moving through you so that you can manifest their power in the world. The power, heart, and mind of God dwell within you. Close your eyes and feel these divine forces. Your energy grows, your heart overflows with love, and your mind is as boundless as the sky. Feel yourself expand to limitlessness. Okay, next we have 10, the light of the world. So we went from 20 to 10. The light of the world, major arcana. An old sage holds a glowing lantern and knocks on a door with no latch. A young man inside is too distracted to answer the door. Your divine being is trying to get your attention. All it takes is a moment of your awareness to open the door. Though your life may be busy, the opportunity now presents itself for you to move into a higher awareness. It's a great time to open your higher self and all its wisdom and powers. It is your soul, your eternal being, who approaches, but it's up to you and only you to open the door. You do that by taking real and regular action and knowing and feeling the wise and radiant being you are forever. Through meditation and study, you can own that enormous love, power, and vision. You can make every day sacred by going within. Once you do, you will know a radiant and greater power in every step and with every word. You will be able to bring this magnificent force to your world, changing your life forever. With a deep breath, fill yourself with the grace and peace and light of your higher self. Your vision opens to a wider universe, and you realize that you have all the time and power in the world. Eternity fills you. That's Fills, fills you. And the last card we have is the Three of Roses, Loving Elementals. Before I read the last card, I want to try to see if the angel number, there's an angel number for 2010. That's how we receive those. Just out of curiosity. Oops. Oops, yeah. Okay. Angel number 2010 is a combination of energies and vibrations of the numbers 2, 0, 1, and 0. The number 2 resonates with diplomacy, balance, harmony, adaptability, and service to others. The number 0 represents the beginning of a spiritual journey, eternity, and infinite potential. The number 1 signifies new beginnings, leadership, and independence. This number also carries the energies of achievement, success, and attainment. When these vibrations converge, it creates a powerful message that encourages you to trust your intuition and believe in your abilities. You are, hold on, see, I touch it and it keeps jumping. You are reminded to listen to your inner voice and take actions towards your goals. The angel number 2010 encourages you to embrace your life purpose and work towards fulfilling it with optimism and enthusiasm. So let's just see if it says anything else about it. And let's see. See, angel number 2010 brings a message from your angels that you are to stay grounded and maintain faith and trust in yourself, your natural light-working talents and abilities, and your soul mission. As you are making positive progress in your life, ensure that what you put out to the universe is of a positive nature, and do not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone in order to pursue your passions. If feeling any doubts or fears, make it a priority to replace limiting thoughts and beliefs with positive and affirming self-talk, as this helps with achieving goals and aspirations and allows for the old to be replaced with the new. So this is under, what's the name of this site? I can't really see. Oh, okay, let's see. Oh, Angel Numbers by Joanne. Okay, Sacred Scribes, Angel Numbers. So that's some good information. All right, so let me continue reading. It's after midnight here. Three of Roses. Okay, Loving Elementals. Playful fairies and water sprites frolic in the air around a little child. They fill the air with expanding joy and happiness. Although many people don't believe in the elementals, nature spirits of all kinds do exist, and they have more power than can be imagined. They live in the elements of earth, air, wind, and fire, and they're willing to share the guidance, well-being, and inspiration of the Akashic records that exist in the natural world. This card is here to tell you that joy will soon be increasing. It also encourages you to remember to have fun. Bring more playfulness to your daily life. Let yourself sing a little and laugh a lot. Call on the elementals to inspire you in this and in other areas. They are a font of fun and upliftment that can expand the joy in your life in great measure. Close your eyes and feel the air buzz with the flight and dance of elementals all around you. Feel yourself smile in the happy lightness of being they bring. Every time you take a moment to do this, you open your heart to joy. So a big part of manifesting is staying positive. It's being happy. It's having your spirit just feel good. And, it's having the faith. It's working through your negative thought patterns. It's filling your own cup of love. And let's see, I'm trying to sort through these cards while I'm talking to you. You know, we all have struggles. We all have situations. We all have moments of feeling unheard, feeling unloved, feeling misunderstood. And we have to just accept that sometimes people aren't supposed to know exactly, what you're about. They're busybodies in some cases, and they want to find a way in to mess things up for you. So we really shouldn't walk around all paranoid and stuff, but we should just be aware, and we should be careful who we share things with. I'm guilty of telling people too much, and I've learned that there are people that don't want to see me do better than them. And there are people that don't even want to see their children do better than them, which I find really horrid, actually. But, okay, let me tell you what we got. We got 2 ones, roses and squirrels. Okay. We have we have 2 of roses, 2 of forces, 2 major arcana, and 2 of keys. So I might try to do the 4 twos for you. We have 3 threes, and I think I've done that in the past. We have 4, 5, and 6. We have 8, 10, 13, 16, 20, and 21. So let's try doing the 4 twos. But first, let's try to do the 2021. Not sure which one came first on that, but let's just see if there's an angel number for 2021. Or did I do it already? Maybe I did it already. $2021. Let's see. In numerology, the angel number 2021 is a combination Hold on, it gave me a little screen. Okay. Combination of the energies and vibrations of 2 and number 0 and 2 resonates with balance and harmony in relationships, adaptability, diplomacy, and serving your soul mission. On the other hand, number 0 carries the energies of a fresh start, the beginning of challenges and opportunities, and the wholeness of the universe. The pertinence of repeating angel number 2021 is that you might need spiritual assistance to move on from past events so you can establish a new beginning. Okay, so someone might be stuck. Okay, additionally, it could also mean maintaining a constructive perspective in challenging times. It would help if you remain positive and hopeful about what's potentially coming your way. Okay, now, regarding that, again, people will be doing chitter-chatter in your ear about why you shouldn't do something that you really want to do. All the reasons why you shouldn't. And again, they probably are feeling like, well, I mean, let's face it, some might actually be genuine and they might really care about your future and think that you're making a bad move. Okay, but the vast others, I would say, they're afraid to make the move. So if you make the move and you're successful, right, then what's it going to look like they're doing? They're doing the same thing that they did 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Well, you're moving on to this new adventure that everything seems to fall into place. So your mission, you know, as a humanitarian is to do things that drive your passion. Okay, so I'll just leave it at that, not really talk too much about that, because everybody has their own ideas on how life should be. And I myself, I've always been different. I've always kind of never fit in. And those are the characteristics of people who aren't supposed to fit in. And I'm okay with that. So let me go to the 2222. Those who come across the angel number 2222 are naturally gifted at manifesting, and they are meant to experience material wealth along with influential power. So, if this reading is for you, then this reading is for you. You have a big future in front of you. Open up your mind, open up your heart, open up your soul to the divine, to your archangels, to the thousands of angels that surround you, to your ancestors, to your spirit guides, to God Almighty, and just take some time to yourself. Be by yourself. Go for a walk on the beach. Go for a hike. You know, if you need some hand holding, give me a call. Maybe I can meet you somewhere. No, I'm kidding. But no, you just go out there and you do what makes you happy. You know, you do the things that make you become creative. And then, like for example, I went to sleep and I woke up and I said, buy local, BUYLOCAL. And my husband at the time said, why don't you say my local? Because we were trying to figure out why would I just wake up and say buy local. But anyways, because I meditate when I'm asleep. I my body rejuvenates when I'm asleep. And when I wake up, there's things, I've dreamt things too that came into fruition, but ideas just come to me sometimes. And sometimes they're already something that's already happened that I had no knowledge of it. But when you take the time to just be by yourself, be somewhere in the wilderness, and me, myself, I don't really want to go rock climbing or mountain climbing alone because I'm afraid of mountain cats and stuff like that. But I like to go to the beach and walk along the sand, the shoreline. And it just gives me some time of peace by myself. And there you can connect, Maybe you don't even know that God He's there already interacting with your higher self. But as above, so below. So give yourself the opportunity to communicate with the divine to help you get on your path. This is a very important number. This is just way awesome. My last reading was I didn't even really, the cards didn't make sense to me. And I couldn't put it together on a story like I have been able to do. So I figured I'd go and do another reading to try to make up the difference, right? But 2222 it's a beautiful number according to the message. You could Google it yourself and further read into it. But basically it was what I just told you. So we have a lot of sources to reach God. And we have to believe that He's with us, and we have to open our hearts to Him, and we have to know that our ancestors, they're up there rocking for us, they're saying, go, go, go. Don't let anything stop you. I'm telling you, whoever this 2222 is for, amazing things are going to be happening in your life if you just believe. Just believe and be thankful. Be a giving person. I'm saying, like, if you're out taking a walk, I walk a lot because I have a dog. If I see someone homeless, I actually saw someone homeless tonight, and he was eating something that looked like he found something actually in one of the cans, and it was like folded up old food, and he was really grubbing on it, but I had to walk my dog first, and when I got back, he was already standing up. He had a glass of water. He looked like maybe he got a spill. Maybe someone just gave him some food because the glass was a real glass of water. So on my way back, my intention was to ask him if I could heat some food up for him and bring it out to him. But like I said, he was already in the upright position, taking a sip of his water or whatnot and going about his way. But I will, if I have extra money, and I don't, I'm not wealthy like in this world. I'm wealthy spiritually. So as above, so below. But if I have a little extra, I will try to give, and I just want to thank God that I'm able to do that. It's important to help someone who is in need, right? That's how the world goes round in a better way. So whoever this 222 is for, God bless you, and know that you heard it on my channel, okay? So that way I can say, God, I'm doing good work. It's proof that you're here with me on this channel. And I also claim the 2222 for myself, and I claim it for all of you out there. That's the end of our reading. We're an hour and 20 minutes in. Thank you so much. God bless. Sending you love, light, peace, harmony, and always healing, right? And thank you for being here with me, because if you weren't here, there's no reason for me to be here. So thank you so much. God bless, and we see you on the next time. Please like, share, and subscribe. And make a comment if you'd like. Aloha. Bye-bye.